Hey everyone, and welcome back to the breakdown. Today we're going to be showing you, or not showing you, but talking about how to get players on your Minecraft server. We're going to go through a few different methods, and right up front, I'll just say it's difficult to get players on a Minecraft server. It is very, very easy to start a Minecraft server. The hard part is getting people to play on that server. Now, for the most part in this video, actually completely through this video, we are talking about servers that are meant to be public servers. They're meant for anybody and everybody to kind of join them. You know, whether they're survival, faction, skyblock, doesn't matter, mini games, doesn't matter. These are public focused servers, and because of that, we recommend using Apex Minecraft Hosting, who's happy to sponsor this video, at the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex, to start your Minecraft server. We actually host our own public server, play.breakdowncraft.com, on Apex Minecraft Hosting. So if you want to start your very own Minecraft server that is public and meant for anybody and everybody to join, you can check out Apex at the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex, to get your server up and running. They are set up to be able to handle DDoS protection as well as just being a public server in general. So nevertheless though, how can you get players on your public Minecraft server? Well, first and foremost, ask your friends, ask your family, get the people you know personally on the server. That's the first step. The first thing that you can do is get the people that you know that you may play on other servers with, things like that, onto your Minecraft server. That's going to be your friends, your family, people who you talk to on a regular basis. Getting these people on your server and then getting the people that they know on the server and then getting the people that they know on their server is word of mouth growing. And that's one of the biggest ways to actually start growing a Minecraft server, right? If you get 3 people on the server and then they each get 3 people on the server, you can see how the server can really start to grow from that point, right? Now, eventually, so many cycles, you get to the point where there's no new people to invite and all that stuff. It is what it is, but getting to 20 players consistently at peak hours with this method is not unheard of and very, very possible for a lot of people, especially if you know a lot of people or you know people who know a lot of people who play Minecraft. So that is something that is the first thing that I would recommend, and that's how most servers start. They start by just basically referrals from friends of friends and your friends and things like that. That's the first way to get players on your Minecraft server. Just invite your friends and family. Next up though, I do want to talk about voting sites. This is a way that can get some people onto your server. And I've seen people say that voting sites don't do anything, but I personally, at Breakdown Craft, we have seen the results of voting sites, and some of the top servers out there are the top servers out there because of the voting sites. So make sure you are set up on voting sites. We do have in the description down below a few different voting sites linked specifically for different voting sites. We don't have really any affiliation with them. Breakdown Craft is on all of those, but other than that, they're not asking to be in this video or anything. Those are just ones that we use with Breakdown Craft. There are probably better ones out there, so look for other voting sites, add yourself to them. But the most important thing is whenever you add voting sites, you have to encourage players to vote on them. That's going to give them a reward for voting. Voting keys can do this. Other rewards can do this. Some servers have voting ranks and things like that, that you get ranks as you vote. Different stuff like that. You need an incentive to basically play and vote on for the server as a player, right? A random player has no benefit to vote from the server unless they get something from voting, and that's why there's so many different voting reward plugins and things like that out there to do that. Adding in Vote Party can also be cool and help incentivize voting, so tons of different stuff there that you can do, but make sure you do give a reward for voting on the voting sites that you do choose to add. From there, let's go ahead and move on to YouTube. YouTube is the primary way that we grow at Breakdown Craft, specifically through the videos like the one you're watching right now. However, you can also work with YouTubers to add your server to their content. What I mean by that is get them to play on your server, get them to, post videos and shout out your server as like a, pre-roll ad, different things like that. Now, this is going to cost money, and we've now quickly stepped into the pay to basically get in front of eyes sort of running a Minecraft server. It's just like any other business, in all honesty, where you need to promote your server, and sometimes paid advertising is how you're going to have to do that. Some YouTubers will work with you for just a rank on your server or something like that, but the really big, once you start to get past probably 50,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel, you're going to need to offer some other incentive other than a rank to be able to get them to play on your server, and that's going to be some sort of monetary compensation. I'm not going to get into how much you should be paying for XYZ influence or anything like that, because everybody's pricing is different, but you should see a net return in player numbers and honestly in revenue to justify the advertising. So if you spend $100 in advertising, you should at least make $100, if not more than that, right? You should honestly profit off of the advertising you spent. So if you give an influencer $100, you should probably expect to make $120 back from that from your server's store. Moving on from that paid advertising though on YouTube, you can, by the way, start free advertising on YouTube like we did, like start a YouTube channel and then provide value to people, provide fun content, things like that, and then reap rewards back from that on the server. So that is one thing that you can do as well. If you do want to do that, that's a great way to get started. Just know that you're also, getting into YouTube, and that is its whole other bucket of worms in the regards of how long it takes to grow. It's very much so a slow growth sort of method, but it can reap great rewards in the long term. So from there, though, let's move on to another free method, which is Reddit. Now, in the description down below, we have the MC servers Reddit, and it's basically similar to a Minecraft server list, but you can go over there, post your server, and basically pitch yourself. Give a little elevator pitch for your Minecraft server, and you might net a few players off of that. I've seen some servers that, have hundreds of players still posting on there, and honestly getting some pretty consistent new players from that. So go check that out, and make sure you're posting your server on the MC servers Reddit as well. It's a great way to get some players and get kind of your server started, and it's not going to cost you anything. Another free method of basically growing your server is going to be forums. There are tons of different Minecraft forums out there. In the description, we link 3 specific Minecraft forums that, we kind of recommend, but find other ones that you want to post on, and the ones in the description down below are by no means, the be all end all, right? But they are a great way to start getting some people onto your server, getting your server's name out there, and again, getting that first 20, 30 players, and hopefully getting those people to add their friends to your server, so on and so forth, right? So that's where you're going to be able to start, getting a few players, and that can grow to more if you don't have people that can play on your server, that, friends, things like that, that only go so far. We'll get players like this and then get their friends on the server, and that's a way to continue growing. Next up, I want to talk about something that not a lot of servers do, and who knows, it may work for you, it may not, but that is true paid advertising. That's going to be Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, things like that. That is going to be a way to get people onto your server via paid advertising on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as, Instagram, other sort of basically platforms where players could potentially be. This is going to, again, be another skill that you have to learn. Learning Google advertising, learning Facebook advertising, learning YouTube advertising. These are skills that you're going to have to learn that go inside and coincide with your Minecraft server. Getting players on a server is the most difficult part, so you have to learn skills around getting players on a Minecraft server, right? So that is the biggest thing. So make sure you look into this stuff, research on YouTube, figure out the best ways to do YouTube advertising, Facebook advertising, Google advertising. If you just jump right into it, it might not work out the best for you, but if you spend time, you want to work at it, you want to be the best at it, and then you want to reap rewards on that on your Minecraft server, you can do it. Next up, let's actually talk about specific referrals. Now, I mentioned throughout this video getting your friends to have their friends play on the server. That referral sort of system is a great way to get players. However, you may want to actually set up a true referral system. There are plugins out there that can do this, and basically what it is someone can type in your server /referral and then the username of whoever referred them, and then the person that referred them will get a reward in game, right? And adding in referral systems like this can really help boost your server. However, you do need to watch out for frauds. You do need to do things like that because it can get to that point. So, beware with this, but using a referral reward system can be a great way to grow your server organically without you having to, like I said, do these paid methods. That's a way to get someone, once you get a player, to get them to get their friend on because they're going to get a reward, and maybe they both stay, maybe just one of them stays, but if that's the case, you still net one player. From there, let's talk about social media. Now, I have seen some Minecraft servers use Instagram as a great growth method for their server. It actually has blown my mind how people have used and leveraged Instagram, but there's also other platforms out there. Facebook, TikTok can also be a great way to get players. Even Twitter is a great way if you can get the right community there. Start curating a community and grow on Twitter with Minecraft. In the Minecraft community, you can start getting players on your server from this basically areas, right? And from these communities. So social media is a great way. Again, it's kind of another skill that you're learning. How to grow on Instagram, how to grow on Twitter, how to grow on Facebook, how to grow on TikTok. These are things that you're kind of learning, right? And skills that you're learning that are then going to net back players onto your Minecraft server. So that is another way. Social media is a great way to get players on your Minecraft server. It's going to be a longer investment, but it's going to have the potential to reap huge rewards in the future. Now, one more method, the last method on our list here, is actually going to be networking with other server owners. Now, this is something I want to leave at the end here because it's not a catch-all, right? Even at our size at Breakdown Craft with hundreds of players and things like that, there's not many server owners we talk to on a regular basis. And even still, it's not really a relationship where you are giving each other players, right? That's usually not a thing that happens. But by networking with other server owners, you can start to figure out how other server owners are growing their server. I mentioned voting sites. You may learn different methods and strategies that have worked well for these other servers on voting sites that allow you to implement those on your server and basically grow, right? Now, someone say, Nick, isn't that stealing? And to me, it's just fair competition. I mean, businesses do this all the time. They look at what their competition's doing and then they implement it because it makes sense and it basically kind of skips the R&D, if you will. And that's what I'm encouraging here. Talk to other server owners, look at what other servers are doing to grow their servers, and then use those methods yourself. Now, eventually, a method can become oversaturated, and that's why looking at other different areas can be a good idea. But looking at other servers, looking at what they're doing, and communicating with other server owners if you have the chance on how to grow servers can be a great way to both of you grow together and build better servers. For example, a survival server and a skyblock server, they're not competing too much. So those server owners can talk and everything works out perfectly fine. So there you have it. That is our basically little list of different ways to grow and get players on your Minecraft server. None of these are a catch-all, be-all, end of everything. None of these are that. But what they are is different ways to grow your server and different ways that may work for you, may not work for you. It is completely up to you and the different things that you can basically come up with, right? So just keep that in mind, that this is all with an asterisk on it. Some of it may work, some of it might not work. It is hard to grow a server. It is the hardest part of owning a server, and once you do it, it is a very, very rewarding process. So there you have it. That's how you can grow your Minecraft server. If you don't want to mess with growing a server, or even starting your own server, come play with us at play.breakdowncraft.com. I mentioned Breakdowncraft throughout this video, and it is an amazing Minecraft survival server. Currently, we have 1.17.1 survival. We always keep that on the newest version, so come play with us. Play.breakdowncraft.com is the IP. I want to see you online there. My name is Nick, and I'm out. Peace.